Happy Friday, friends. It's Mrs. Watkins. Today is the 149th day of kindergarten. Let's get ready to write the number. Ready? Making a straight line is fun. That's the way you make a 1. Let's make a 4. Down and over, down once more. That's the way you make a 4. Let's make a 9. Make a circle, make a line. That's the way you make a 9. 149 days of kindergarten. We've been having a very exciting week this week, learning about all kinds of fun facts about eggs. Earlier this week, we learned about the inside of an egg. Let's review the parts. The inside is called the yolk. The outside part of the yolk, meaning the white part, if you were to hard boil it, is called the albumin. After the albumin, we have the membrane, and the outer part is called the shell. We also learned some fun egg shaker songs. Yesterday, I showed you how I made my egg shakers. If you want to try that at home, if you don't have beans, you can also put little pebbles in them or rice. Today, I have a new egg shaker song for us. It goes like this. And if you don't have egg shakers, you're going to use your fists and just pretend. 1, 2, shake it on your shoe. 3, 4, shake it on the floor. 5, 6, stir and mix. 7, 8, stand up straight. 9, 10, wave to your friends. Ready? Let's try it. 1, 2, shake it on your shoe. 3, 4, shake it on the floor. 5, 6, stir and mix. 7, 8, stand up straight. 9, 10, wave to your friends. Yesterday we learned the egg shaker song, which went like this. Egg shakers up and egg shakers down. Egg shakers dancing all around town. Dance them on your shoulder, dance them on your head. Dance them on your knee and tuck them into bed. All right, wake up your shakers. Get ready for phonemic awareness. We know that phonemic awareness helps us become better readers and stronger writers. In today's episode, we're going to be making observations about our rubber egg. If you haven't tried it at home, I highly recommend that you give it a go. If not, we're going to be making observations about my rubber egg at home, which I'm going to show you. It's been absolutely fascinating to observe as a scientist. So today we're going to be journaling about our observations. And we're also going to be doing our own animal sort with oviparous animals. So get ready for an egg-citing day. Phonemic awareness. Let's get ready for rhyme time. Which word rhymes with chore? Shore or chill? Which word rhymes with chick? Chop or thick? Which word rhymes with moth? Cloth or stand? Which word rhymes with thin? Think or chin? Which word rhymes with ship? Chip or tank? Which word rhymes with chop? Shop or must? Very good. Beginning sounds. Ready? Tell me what sound you hear at the beginning of these words. Rush. Chew. Hitch. Short. Theme. Deal. I'm going to say the sounds. You're going to blend them for the word. Ready? Ch, il, o. Th, an, n. Ch, ace. Ch, ois. Th, ick. Sh, ok. Th, Ch, a, n. Sh, f. The, Okay, ending sounds. So I want you to listen to the word and tell me the sound that you hear at the end of that power arm. When you hear the end of the word, what is the end of the sound? Ready? Bath. splash, rich, month, such, dash. Page 1, all done. I'm going to say a word, you're going to chop the sounds. I say a word, then you say a word, then chop it, chop it. I say a word, then you say a word, then chop it, chop it. All right, friends, are we ready? Those, sheep, them, chop, third, choice, shake, chance, ship, cheek. Adding sounds. Add th to is, this. Add sh to of, shove. Add ch to ill, chill. Add th to ink, think. Add ch to ant, chant. Now we're going to take the first sound away. This time you're going to try it without my help. Ready? Chick without ch. Thing without th. Shell without sh. Champ without ch. Thumb without th. Page 2, all through. We're going to change some sounds around. Ready? Change thick. Change the beginning sounds in these words. Change thick to ch. Change when to th. Change hut to sh. Change thumb to ch. Change lock to sh. Very good. Get ready for your letter sounds. Yesterday I introduced S blends, so we're going to be reviewing that. And next week we're going to introduce more blends. Remember, a blend is when you see two consonants and you can say both sounds and hear both sounds. Ready? S blends. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get myself organized here. Some of them got a little switched up. All right, friends, get ready. Letters, picture, sound. SM, smile, sm. Letters, picture, sound. SK, skateboard, sk. Letters, picture, sound. SW, swing, swa. Letters, picture, sound. ST, star, st. Letters, picture, sound. SP, spoon, sp. Letters, picture, sound. SN, snowman, sn. Last one. Letters, picture, sound. SC, scarf, sk. This week we're reviewing all of our nursery rhymes. On Wednesday we reviewed Little Boy Blue, so let's try that one. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. Where's the little boy who looks after the sheep? He's under the haystack, fast asleep. Yesterday we reviewed Jack Be Nimble. Let's try that one. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Today we're going to be reviewing Jack and Jill. Ready? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. All right, this concludes our phonemic awareness. we are going to jump right into our writing lesson today. Now, in this month, we have been working specifically on opinion writing, and starting next Monday, we'll continue with opinion writing. But for today and this week, we kind of took a little break from writing. But I thought it would be fun to make some observations as scientists regarding the fun experiment that I asked you to try yesterday. I want to give a shout out to Eva. Eva did a fantastic job with the egg drop challenge. Congratulations, Eva. She was successful with making a fun contraption that protected a raw egg from being broken. She used yarn, napkins, and a Gatorade bottle to protect her raw egg, and it was successful. So congratulations. Keep those pictures coming. We really appreciate all the progress and the effort that you're making at home. Today, we're going to be making observations about the rubber egg experiment. Yesterday, I showed you a fun resource that you have access to at home called Epic Reading. So be on the lookout for that awesome opportunity to look at different kinds of books in addition to reading A to Z. So my kids and I tried the rubber egg experiment, and at first my son, who happens to be very sensitive with his sense of smell, he could not stand the sense of vinegar. The smell was just overwhelming. I want to show you what our rubber egg looks like. So in the book that we read titled The Rubber Egg, we were given special ingredients to add to our jar. I decided to put a lid on it because the smell was just overwhelming. And the book did tell us we should wait for 5 days. So I thought to myself, in 5 days, the smell is just going to continue to get stronger and stronger. So we put a lid on it. But immediately following doing that procedure and putting the 1 cup of vinegar after we placed the raw egg, the egg began to sizzle. And it might be a little hard to see because of the glare from the room, but you can kind of see at the very top, the egg began to float. And I started noticing that the shell started to peel off. Now, this egg has been sitting in vinegar for about 24 hours. My kids and I decided to use purple as our food coloring, and to make purple, you need 2 colors. Do you know what colors to use? Red and blue make purple. So if I were to do this again, I would not use a dark color because it makes it harder to make observations. But you can kind of see that there's a lot of sizzling happening, and the egg is actually expanding. It's getting bigger. It started out like this, and then it started expanding. So it is so fun to make observations as a scientist. And as a scientist, you need to write a lot of ideas down. So I want to show you how I'm going to use my journal that I have. And actually, you have one of these at home too. And if you don't have a journal, you can use a piece of paper to make observations and make your own journal. I decided to draw a picture of the jar, and I drew the egg and what I started to observe. So I drew some bubbles, and then I also gave it a title because scientists have to give their observations titles. So the title of my observation is Rubber Egg Day 1. The egg is. Now, there's so many things that are happening here with the egg. The egg is floating. The egg is sizzling. And the egg is expanding. So we're going to be using all kinds of writing strategies to help us make observations and write them down. Now, over the course of the next days, we're going to continue, and I want to encourage you to also journal at home and write down a couple of sentences as to what's happening with your egg at home if you're choosing to try this experiment. So the egg is. Now I know the is a snap word. So the has to be spelled correctly. How do we spell the? Can you help me? T-H-E. Every time I start a new sentence, I'm going to start off with a capital letter. Every time I start a new word, I'm going to put a finger space. Egg. Here's how we spell egg. E-G-G. The egg is. Is also a snap word. So we want to make sure to write down our snap words correctly. I-S. The egg is I think the first thing I want to write down is I noticed the egg is bubbling. Do you see that? It's kind of hard. There's foam at the top of the jar, and there's lots of bubbles sizzling from the shell. So I could write sizzling or I could write bubbles. The egg is bubbles. Does that make sense? The egg is bubbles. I don't think that makes sense. So I think what I want to write instead is bubbling. The egg is bubbling. So we're going to activate our sound power and our brave spelling to help us write these really big words, because these words are humongous words for not just a scientist, but even for kindergartners. But do we give up and say, I don't know how to? Or do we do our we do our very best. So get ready to help me write bubbling. B is the first sound I hear. B. I know that's a B, and I'm going to write that with the lowercase because it's not a name and it's not at the beginning of a sentence. B. Is the next sound. U. B. B. What letter? B. The egg is bub, o. I hear an L. Bubble, ing. Now, anytime a word ends with ing, there's 3 letters that make ing. It's I-N-G. I-N-G says ing. Can you say that? I-N-G spells ing. Let me make sure I have everything that I want to write. The egg is bubbling. Okay, the egg is bubbling, and I want to add a detail. So I'm going to use another snap word, and. Can you help me write and? Do you know how to spell and? Let me hear you. Excellent. I heard you say A and D. The egg is bubbling and sizzling. Sizzling is another describing word that helps my reader understand my observation. Sizzling. I hear an S. What vowel says I? I. Very good. Sizz. Ooh, that's a fun sound to make. Zzz. What letter says Z? Z. Sizz. Sizz. Oh. I hear an L. Sizzle. Ing. There's that ing sound again. What are the 3 letters that say ing? I-N-G. Let me touch it and slide it and make sure I have all my sounds. Sizzling. Sizzling. Wow, that's pretty brave spelling for a kindergartner. Sizzling. Now let's go back to the beginning of the sentence. Help me read it. Good reading. Okay, let me read it with you this time. The egg is bubbling and sizzling. Now, what goes at the end of a sentence? Punctuation. I'm going to decide to put a period at the end of this sentence. Can you please make sure your periods don't look like bowling balls? We have to start making these periods look like first grade periods, which look like slightly darkened dots. Okay, so please do your very, very best with not making ginormous bowling balls for your periods. All right, the egg is bubbling and sizzling. So that's one observation that I've made. Now I can see, it might be hard for you to tell, but I can also see that the egg is growing, it's expanding, it's getting bigger than it was. And I can see that the shell is sort of disappearing. It's fading away. It looks like it's peeling off. There's slightly darker chunks at the top that are disappearing. I think I want to write the egg is getting bigger. Okay, now see all this spacing here? We're going to continue writing here. Okay, this is what you're going to be required to do in first grade. We don't always write across pages. Sometimes you have to continue writing on one piece of paper, so it's important to know how to do both. I want to start off with the egg. Now, I already have the egg here, so see this? This is going to help you continue on with your next observation. The egg, I'm going to start off with a capital because I'm starting a new sentence. The egg is, I still have the word is. The egg is getting. I know how to spell get because get is a power arm word. Can you activate your power arm? G-et. Get. I hear a G, a G, et. Getting. Do you remember what 3 letters say ing? Oh yeah, I-N-G. The egg is getting big, bigger, big. I can spell big. Big is a power arm word. Ready? B-ig, big-er. Now, you only hear one sound, but I'm going to teach you the spelling pattern for It's actually E-R. The egg is getting bigger. Wow, we wrote down 2 observations about the rubber egg on day 1. Let's review what we wrote, because scientists are not just good readers, they're good writers too. And good writers have to be good readers. So let's get ready to read our observation. Okay, this time I'm going to read it with you. Ready? The egg is bubbling and sizzling. The egg is getting bigger. Excellent. Now, tomorrow I'm going to make more observations and I'm going to write them down on a new page. I'm going to draw a picture. I'm going to title it Rubber Egg Day 2. Write down a couple of ideas. If you want to write more, I encourage you to do that. If you want to wait and see a couple of days, you don't have to make observations every day. Maybe you want to make it on day 3 and then day 5 to see what happens. So we're going to be reviewing that egg all throughout the weekend and to see how it's continuously changing. This is very fascinating to me as a teacher and a scientist. I've never done this experiment before, so it's been really fun to check it out. And what I'm most curious about, I'm going to be super brave when the 5 days are up. I'm actually going to see what the inside looks like. I'm very curious. As you know, anytime you're handling raw eggs, you want to do that with the help of a grown-up. And always be sure to take safety precautions. Well, friends, I want to wish you a great weekend. Before I go, I want to encourage you to check out Miss Fisher's lesson on oviparous animals. So be sure to check that out. To close our session today, I want to show you my own animal collection that my kids and I have enjoyed throughout their preschool years, and I kept this around because it's been so much fun to observe and play with our animals. But I want to show you some examples. How do we know if an animal lays eggs or not? That's what Miss Fisher is going to teach you. So be sure to check it out. And this is just a review or a question and answer survey. Is a moose oviparous? Does a moose lay eggs? Or is it a mammal? It's a mammal. Mammals give birth to live babies. So a moose is not an oviparous animal. Okay, I'll show you the next one. What about turtles? Are turtles oviparous animals? Do they give birth to live babies or do they lay eggs? They lay eggs. So repeat after me. Turtles are oviparous animals. Turtles lay eggs. Turtles are also considered reptiles. Okay. How about a lion? Does a lion lay eggs? No, a lion is a mammal. Okay. What about birds? Do birds lay eggs? Yes, they do. Birds are oviparous. You say that. Okay. What about lizards? Do lizards lay eggs? Or do they give birth to live babies like zebras? Lizards are reptiles and lizards are oviparous. Have fun enjoying all of our lessons this week. Next week on Monday, we're going to be continuing with opinion writing. If you haven't tried the rubber egg experiment, I highly recommend you try it. Don't forget to make some fun observations in your observation journal as a scientist. If you choose not to do the rubber egg experiment, that's okay. We just want you to encourage you to explore, have fun, and then one thing I will say that it's been very interesting is to see the chemical reaction with the vinegar and the egg. So science is all around us. Look for it, enjoy, have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to next week when we will be learning lots of fun new things with poetry and lots of other fun topics. Have a wonderful rest of your day.